Hey now, welcome to the 2020 Battle of the All-Stars. This is day 2, game number 18. We have a matchup between Team Colorado and Team Massachusetts. New England Roller Derby Report would like to thank their production sponsor, Sociopath. Sociopath is a skater-run business offering size-inclusive leggings and shorts designed to fit you. With 7 different lengths and pockets, she is sure to have a style that works for your body. Team colors, custom prints, and group discounts are available, also offering dozens of armband and helmet cover options. She has got you covered. Please see sociopath.ca/nerd for 10% off your next order. That is the address you see on the screen, SEWCIOPATH.ca/NERD. And again, this is a matchup between Colorado and Massachusetts. I'm Bobby Narco.
Joined by Blind Rage, the voice of Team Massachusetts.
All right, and Bourbon is going to be our producer today, helping us out with twitch.tv/nerdderby, who is bringing us the production all weekend long. These teams have only met once previously. That was in back in 2018, January 14th of 2018. It was the semifinals of this very tournament. Colorado prevailed 227. Massachusetts got 48. Colorado went on to win the silver medal that year, and Massachusetts went on to finish 4th that year. But now, Colorado again seeded 2nd.
Absolutely.
Won the silver medal last year as well, and Massachusetts coming in the number 6 seed.
And now, let's see, this is our first time this BOTAS 2020 seeing Team Colorado take the track. They are fresh and well rested. Team Massachusetts having won against Ohio yesterday evening.
Yeah, 157-33. They had a big win over Ohio last night. You want to take us through that Massachusetts roster?
I would love to, Bobby. Skating in red today, we have Team Massachusetts, number 03, Paxapunch, number 08, Morgan LaFlay, number 109, Bella Labral, number 121, our team captain, Agent Malter, number 15, Allison Murphy, number 207, Sassy Malassi, number 21, Emily Nolan, number 26, Weird Al Shankovich, number 333, Boots, number 42, Flyin' King, number 421, Thylander, number 451, Rage Bradbury, number 68, Pickled Beats, number 749, Evil Midweek Cutie, number 8, Aubrey Planets, and number 999, Sacrificial Lammy. Our coaches, our bench coaches, will be Bo Tiny and Obstinate.
Yeah, Bo Tiny's got the A for Massachusetts. And over on Colorado, they're going to be skating in blue, 007, ding, 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 that's James Bond. 02660, that's Motorbutt. Number 15, MDK Demolition. 2020 is X-Ray Vision. Number 25, Shark Wahlberg. Number 26, Blazin. Number 505, Elise LeCracken. Number 64, Vinny Vinny Vici. Number 7, Evil X. Number 71, Sunny Days. Number 75, AC Slayer. Number 789, Shaquilla. Number 88, She Who Cannot Be Named. Number 919, Yellen Griswold. And the captain, number 0425, Yolita Applebaum. Coaches are Chet Cotting wearing the A and Troy Ferguson. Did we get it in? We did.
We
just
did.
In time for the Jammers.
And they're off. Let's see. I see number 42 in red, Flyin' King, wearing the star from Massachusetts. Who have we got out there in the star for Colorado?
That's number 2020, Colorado.
Let's see. Flyin' King is still pushing through the front of that pack. Colorado taking lead jam designation for jam number 1. And that was 3-2. 3 taken on by Colorado, 2 by Team Mass.
Catching up with my scoreboard already. Remind me who that Colorado jammer was.
I honestly did not. It happened too fast.
X-Ray Vision. And who was it from Massachusetts?
That was Flyin' King, number 42.
Flyin' King, there it is.
All right,
back on track.
I see number 7 wearing the star for Colorado, and that is number 999, Sacrificial Lammy, infamous for changing her name every BOTAS. Sacrificial Lammy is our lead jammer for Team Massachusetts in red.
So leads even after one jam.
You have 1-1.
All 4 points picked up by Massachusetts. We have a lead change.
I anticipate it will be the first of many. It's a highly anticipated BOTAS game.
I don't know. With just establishing the lead in the first frame, is that a lead change? You go from tied 0-0? There's schools of thought. There's differing philosophies about it. Meanwhile, out on the track, nice 4-5-1 is the jammer in red.
That's Rage Bradbury. They were just knocked to the inside line and recycled back. We have
0-4-2-5 in blue. That is Yolita Applebaum,
a team captain for Colorado, I believe. Also knocked to the inside line, being forced to recycle. Both jammers are really pushing.
Yeah, it took a while to establish lead.
At the very last moment, that my heart's in my mouth are already. Rage Bradbury knocked to the outside, but the Colorado blocker that knocked them out went out of bounds as well, so Brad did not have to recycle back.
Did pick up lead even though there was a no pass, no penalty because they had passed the skater legally beforehand.
Yes, just so.
Now the pack in retrograde, all going from the home stretch to the back stretch the wrong way. If Superman did it, it would put time back on the clock.
Speaking of time on the clock, this is going to be another one of our 40-minute bouts, 20-minute halves with a 5-minute intermission if you are planning your day or your bathroom breaks. Rage Bradbury is out of the pack again.
Yeah, Massachusetts losing their pivot. I didn't see the call. And now a blocker for Colorado also heading to the penalty box. So each team with one on the bin. We have 4-on-4 out there right now.
Yep, I see Aubrey Planets heading to the penalty box.
Oh, track cut. First jammer penalty of the game.
Indeed, this gives Rage Bradbury 30 seconds to play with their food, so to speak. Try and widen up that point differential just as early as possible.
Yeah, plays in making it very difficult for this power jam team.
So our rosters are backwards. That's what threw me off. Our rosters are opposite the scoreboard. No, the rosters are the same as the scoreboard.
Brad is through the pack again. I see Aubrey Planets back on. Let's see. We have got a jammer standing and another Colorado blocker in the box.
A reminder that Kent and myself, Stefanella, we've been here since the wee hours of the morning.
That was a very successful jam for Rage Bradbury. 8 points picked up. We are looking at a score of 14-3. We have about 15.5 minutes left in this first half.
Power start. And it's going to be Yolita Applebaum taking the star.
And that is 26. Weird Al Shankovich wearing the star for Team Massachusetts in red, forcing the pack to spread. Oh, we have some pivot-on-pivot action. Let's see, the star has been passed. Who is that now wearing the star for Colorado? Whoever it is, they are coming in hot. That is number 70. That was 71, Sunny Days, who secured that star pass for Colorado. The jam has been called off.
Good catch.
That was another 4 points picked up by Massachusetts. They've held Colorado scoreless for the past couple of jams, I believe.
They have, yeah. Colorado has not put any points on the board since jam number 1. All right.
So I see number 42 in red. That is Flying King wearing the star for Massachusetts. And AC Slayer is wearing the star in blue. King is, some very fancy feet up that outside line. That was by the skin of their teeth. Let's see. I see Sunny Days being given a tough time by, actually, the MVP of the Massachusetts-Ohio bout, Evil Midweek Cutie, typically known as Wednesday Addams. Flying King has put 4 more points up on the board for Massachusetts, but now both jammers are out of the pack, with Colorado hoping to get a chance to put some points on the board. Let's see, Flying King calls it off.
7 points put on the board for Massachusetts, bringing them up to 25.
That appears to be another scoreless jam.
Yeah, Colorado really struggling out there on the jammer line.
We now have 2 Massachusetts blockers in the box. There's Sassy Malassi and Aubrey Planets waiting, cooling their heels in the box. So that puts Colorado at a bit of a pack advantage.
Yeah, this is the break that the Centennial State needs to kind of get back into this fight. I guess they might have just come off an airplane, maybe are a little rusty.
Could be. You know, we always say, oh, it must be nice to be coming in, not having tired yourself out on any of the Thursday evening bouts, but
Shark Wilberg is through for lead jammer for Colorado. And that's Sacrificial Lammy, the jammer for Massachusetts.
yes. Up that inside line, narrowly avoiding a Colorado blocker. Sacrificial Lammy being caught way up at the front of the pack by our Colorado pivot.
4-4 showing right now, and that's how it's going to end.
Let's see, with about 12 and a half minutes left in this first half, we're looking at a score of 29-7, favoring Team Massachusetts at this point.
We'd like to give some love to our penalty box sponsor, Apex Skate Shop. They are located in the building, and you can find them on the web at www.apexskateshop.com. MDK Demolition out on the jammer line for Colorado. That's blue number 15 going up against Rage Bradbury. That is number 451, of course, Fahrenheit 451.
Second lead jam in a row for Team Colorado in blue. Brad is still having a tough time behind a very powerful Colorado.
Yeah, brace two wall up at the top there.
I see a
wrecking ball.
I see some offense being played by Red.
Yeah, that's Bella LeBrawl coming in, breaking up that wall. Red losing their pivot to the penalty box.
Let's see, Red walling up, giving number 15, our Colorado jammer, a run for her money.
At the back of the pack, Massachusetts jammer has the cover off. Still on that initial pass. It's a forearm penalty coming in. And now Colorado losing their pivot on the forearm penalty. That is James Bond on the forearm. Direction play penalty coming in. Now Denver losing a blocker on direction of play as well. 2 in the bin for Denver, for Colorado, Massachusetts at full strength. And we got a start pass.
We do. That is
Good
Evil
eye, Bourbon.
As there's Evil Midweek Cutie, very briefly wearing the star with a little apex hop. Colorado slowly bridging that point gap.
A 4 and a 1 makes a 5-point jam. That brings them up to 12. No points for Massachusetts, keeps them at 79. I think that might be the first frame that Massachusetts has been scoreless. I was having a brief moment of bad scorecard earlier, so I can't be sure about that, but I believe that's the first frame Massachusetts didn't put points on the board. 10 minutes and 6 seconds left to play in regulation.
Let's see, first time wearing the star today, that is Morgan LaFleur, number 08, our lead jammer for Team Massachusetts.
And that's Vinny Vici also wearing the star for the first time today for Colorado.
Morgan LaFleur trying to put some points up on the board. She
forced to the infield. Now we got a star pass. James Bond now donning the helmet cover for Massachusetts.
That is Colorado.
Colorado, excuse me.
Morgan LaFleur furiously calling it off, attempting to hold Colorado scoreless. That was 5 points put up on the board by Morgan LaFleur, putting Massachusetts at 34. We are under the 10-minute mark.
Massachusetts has only scored in 3 frames. They put points on the board in jams number 1, 6, and 7.
Massachusetts or Colorado?
Boy, am I doing that again. Colorado. It's the blue. I don't know. Yeah, you're right. Absolutely right.
There can only be one blind announcer.
I stand corrected. Official timeout's going to stop the clock. Let me recollect my thoughts. And let us give a shout out to 888. 888 covers heads, elbows, wrists, knees, hips, and yes, even butts, because being derby ready is one thing, but being derby dominant is another. That's 888, proud sponsor of the Battle of the All-Stars 2020.
Yeah, we're going to show some love. I believe you've got some stuff to say.
See everybody taking a minute to regroup. Going to work out what's our strategy going to be moving forward.
And for Bobby to figure out which team is wearing which color.
And for Bobby to figure out which team is wearing which color. I wasn't going to say it, but he did.
All right. Great time here. Is this your first time at the Battle of the All-Stars?
This is my first BOTAS, yes.
My second, but only worked half. It's our producer's fifth. Bourbon has been here for the fifth year. Also a skater for Maryland, you said? Team Maryland? So Bourbon giving Chad Newt a break. Chad has been here working cameras and computers and everything. Needs a little break. Deserves a little break. Nerd Derby could use a break as well. If you want to send them a donation, you could probably send a Twitch and Chad will get back to you on how you can donate to them. Timeout is over. Red Jammer wearing number 42. That's Flying King. And they are lead.
But hot on their tail is our Colorado Jammer, Evil X. He might even, some Jammer on Jammer action. And the pack is flying. I think I blinked a little too long and I missed that entire jam. It looks like Flying King was our lead. 4 points picked up by Massachusetts, 2 picked up by Evil X of Colorado. We're looking at a 20-point gap with Massachusetts in the lead.
27, just under 8 minutes left to play here in the first half. P. Armageddon shouting out Team Massachusetts, saying Team Massachusetts is coming out strong here on the Twitch chat. And picking up lead jam, who's that, number 999?
That is Sacrificial Lammy.
Sacrificial Lammy, and that is 3 lead jams in a row for Massachusetts.
Massachusetts has lost their pivot, team captain Agent Malter, to the box. We have Colorado blocker down, a little slow to get up, but everyone's on their wheels.
X-Ray Vision completed the initial but didn't score. And so 3 points go to Massachusetts, bringing them up to 40. And no points for Colorado, keeping them at 17. Heading into jam number 11.
No.
187 Killer Pads, with its visionary designs and revolutionary systems, 187 Killer Pads continues to lead the way in raising industry standards and making protective gear better. Follow them on Instagram and on the web at 187killerpads.com.
Now we have Rage Bradbury is our lead jammer for Team Massachusetts. Flying out of the pack, that is, let's see who we got for Colorado. We got Applebum jamming for Colorado, hot on Brad's wheels. I'm having a hard time putting my there's Brad. Brad having a tough time with the Colorado tripod. Applebum has put up 4 points at this point.
Yeah, 4 points the sneaky way, not lead, but get more points than your adversary. Misconduct added to the penalty that the Colorado pivot is heading out on. That's Sunny Days. Didn't see the first call, but there's going to be an extra 30 seconds for sassing.
And you know what? A minute doesn't seem like very long, but if that's half of your maximum time out on the track, that time adds up. That is a full minute that you are not out there helping your friends.
8 points for Colorado. The sneaky way, not as lead, is their highest tally of the game. Brings them up to 25, and it represents 32% of their score.
Indeed.
1/11th of the score put up by Massachusetts there, going from 40 to 44.
You and those mathematics.
Numbers. All right, out on the jammer line, Shark Wahlberg going up against Boots.
I believe this is our first time seeing Boots wearing the star this bout.
5 lead jams in a row for Massachusetts.
They found their strategy and they're sticking to it.
And I'm sticking to it.
I'll stick to my guns.
Colorado, sometimes called the Centennial State because it was admitted to the Union in 1876.
Fun fact.
Massachusetts, commonly known as the Bay State. 4-point pass for Boots. That's the second 4-point pass for Boots. And we have a palindrome score.
We sure do. That's very satisfying.
It is.
The bout can end. It can end right now. That's fine.
And 4:44 on the clock for briefly there. Palindrome on the time, palindrome on the score. All is right with the world. Oh, we got a replay going. Very nice. Thanks to Nerd Derby for those nice replays. Camera operators. Looks like we got Tom Foolery operating the boom. Can you see? I'll find out at halftime who's operating that other camera for us. Take us out to the track, will you?
Let's see. We've got Flying King is I believe, is our lead jammer, with our Colorado jammer having a tough time between a wall of, I see Aubrey Planets, I see Sassy Molassie, I see Evil Midweek Cutie.
And that's Evil X is the jammer, and the jammer's heading to the penalty box on a low block.
We are looking at a power jam favoring Team Massachusetts and Flying King.
Am I wrong? Is this the first jammer penalty on Colorado? Is that the first Colorado jammer to go to the box? Illegal contact called on Jam's Bond. Okay. I know the Massachusetts jammer went in on a track cut, unless I have that opposite.
I believe we've had one more power jam favoring Massachusetts, but I might be wrong. If you're listening on Twitch and I am wrong, feel free to correct me.
Yeah, please. Help us out. We like to get it right. We would rather be corrected and be right.
Oh, jammer down and recycled immediately back into that powerful red tripod.
Start pass is the gesture by everybody wearing a striped shirt, and that is for Colorado being passed at number 71. Second time the star has been passed at number 71.
Flying King calling it off.
Wow, that is a 15-point jam. Biggest jam of the game. Represents a fourth of their score. Brings Massachusetts up to 67.
I believe the winner of this bout goes on to play Team Pennsylvania tomorrow, Saturday.
So this is a quarterfinal of sorts.
Yes.
The stage just hasn't been built yet. 67 for Massachusetts, 25 for Colorado. Sacrificial Lane.
And again, these teams have only really come head-to-head
one time?
Once or twice before. And I believe both times Colorado took home the win. So
they didn't play. They were both in the tournament last year, but they didn't face each other. The only time these two teams have ever played was at this tournament. It was in 2018, and Colorado won handily. But that's not right now. Vinny Vinny Vici is the jammer for Colorado and picking up lead.
Let's see, that's
64.
There's Sacrificial Lammy wearing the star in red.
Breaks up a streak of 9 leads in a row. We got a track cut coming in. Oh, this jam will go the full 2 minutes. Our first 2-minute jam of the game. Lead is lost.
I don't see the star. A nice little star stash by Sacrificial Lammy. So
coming right across turn number 1 now, heading into the backstretch. About to engage with that pack. Red pivot now re-enters play.
Some really beautiful offense. I just caught that by Agent Malter, number 121.
Red team back at full strength. Now the blue team also back at full strength, but not for long. Here comes a back block, and Massachusetts losing their pivot. That's something ending in a 0-9.
0-9, that would
109,
be,
Bella LeBrawl.
Yep. As you say, Bobby.
9-9 through for 4 points. And we have a true 3-to-1 scoring ratio on the board right now.
We
75 to 25.
See our blue jammer managing to take that inside line.
Jam timer calls off the jam because only he can. 8 points go on the board for Colorado, bringing them up to 33. 10 for Massachusetts, bringing them up to 77. Let's give some love to the officials. We have Russian Imperial, Captain Crunchberry, Veronica Scars, 2 thumbs up. Brady Punch. Brady Punch, Ms. Hyde, Bussa, Candied Bacon, Yogi, Bibbidi Bobbidi Boom, Grampus, Organic Panic, Joey Mojo, Sir Lancelot, and Babble Fishy.
All right, we have got
Rage Bradbury from Massachusetts and AC Slayer on the line for Colorado.
And Slayer does appear to be our lead jammer.
That is 2 in a row for Colorado. The first time they've had 2 in a row since Jam 6 and 7.
Busting her way around the track, hoping to pick up some points. Brad is still working on that initial pass, and I do believe I see the red pivot heading to the box. So
There's a back block.
Brad is going to have to hold out a little longer. Knocked to the outside and recycled back. Not looking real thrilled about it, and I can't say I blame them.
Yeah, cover goes back on. Cover was off briefly, but they didn't have anybody to hand it to. Pack now in retrograde, heading back into the backstretch.
So we have both jammers kind of stuck at the back of a very complicated looking pack.
It's like a plate of spaghetti out there.
It sure is.
It's not all red at the top or all blue at the back. It's very well mixed together.
Oh, the star has been passed to Evil Midweek Cutie. Oh, and she's back to the box holding the star. So that is
blocking with the head.
Ooh, never a call that you want to have made on you. Jam is called. Jam is done. That brings us to halftime, and Colorado will be starting with a power jam start as Evil Midweek Cutie is still stuck in the box.
On that head block, they're gonna, and Evil Midweek Cutie will be there for most of 30 seconds, and it's halftime.
Yep.
So it will be the second half. 4 points did go up on the board for Colorado. That brings them up to 37. Massachusetts was held scoreless, 77. It is a 40-point game. It's a great poker hand. Lots of sevens and trays up there. So we're going to take you out. We're going to do a little bit of math, crunch some numbers. We'll come back in about a couple minutes for some statistical analysis and the second half of Colorado, Massachusetts.
All right. We will see you.
Hey now.
All right, friends and Derby fans, welcome back to BOTAS 2020. We are sitting right at the end of halftime of this thrilling Colorado versus Team Massachusetts bout. What number are we on? Is this 18?
Game number 18.
Game
If our score sheet is to be, or if our roster sheet is to be trusted, and I think it should be. Not to be trusted are my stats. They are very rough, and I had a brain collapse for the first 4 jams. But this is what I have, and it's close-ish. I have 6 lead jams going to Colorado, 9 lead jams going to Massachusetts. Colorado passed the star 3 times. Massachusetts passed the star twice. Colorado jammers made 1 trip to the penalty box, but I think you think I'm wrong about that, and you're probably right that I'm wrong. I have recorded 1 trip to the penalty box by a Colorado jammer. I've recorded 2 trips to the penalty box by Massachusetts jammers. Every jam had a score for one team or the other. Every jam had a lead. There was no jams without any lead. There was one that went the full 2 minutes. That was jam number 14 when lead was lost. And the highest jam of the game, 15 points put on the board by Massachusetts, number 42, Flying King, back in jam number 13.
And now we are starting, we're starting with a power start in favor of Colorado, as there was a star pass at the tail end of the first half to Evil Midwig Cutie, who was then sent to the penalty box for leading with the head.
Yep.
So Colorado has it just about 30 seconds. Try and make some magic happen here.
And to take advantage of it, they have Evil X out there on the line. That is number 7.
And there she is. She is out. She is our lead jammer. But, oh, and I didn't even realize that Colorado also has a 4-3 pack advantage.
And Evil X hops that apex very neatly for 4 points. Oh, nice block. That was number red 121, just flattening the jammer, Agent Mulder.
You don't want to get stuck behind Maul as a jammer. It's a
Mulder,
sad
indeed,
place.
he damn near killed her. 4 more points, though. Evil X recovers quickly.
Now I see 749 out on the track.
Yeah, the Apex Skate Shop penalty box is now empty. Both teams are back at full strength.
Right, the jam was called off. That was 8 points. A very successful jam for Evil X.
Evil X a little shaken at the end of the play. The jam rep comes over and says, hey, do we need to do a concussion protocol? Evil X is like, I'm good. 9 points on the board for Colorado, brings them up to 46.
Very nice.
That's 25% of their score. And Massachusetts held scoreless. They sit on 77. 31-point game, went from a 40-point game to a 31-point game. 9 points will do that for you.
Penalty, yes, that's how the math works. Penalty box is clear. We have all possible skaters out on the track doing their thing.
Yolita Applebaum, I'm cheating, I'm looking at the scoreboard. Yolita Applebaum is the jammer for Colorado. That's number 0425. We got a track cut coming in on Yolita. And picking up lead, number 42, that is Flying King. And they are lead.
They've had a very successful bout so far.
Yeah,
Flying
they
King,
have.
responsible for the highest.
And available for the MVP award. We'll ask, check in with some of our Twitch chat who they think the MVP should be.
Absolutely.
We can't give it to Evil Midweek Cutie because Evil Midweek Cutie won the MVP yesterday when Massachusetts played Ohio. 8 points on the board for Flying King, going back for seconds.
Coming in for more, that is Applebaum is standing and coming in hot into the track up behind the pack.
Still be an initial pass for Yolita.
Yeah.
And Yolita able to use a bit of that chaos coming out of the penalty box to your advantage.
Flying King, having been recycled on a scoring pass, decides to foreclose the opportunity for Applebaum to put points on the board.
See, that was 5 points for Flying King, none for Colorado.
36-point lead. And the Apex Skate Shop penalty box is empty. We have all the skaters out on the track.
You can't retain it anyway, so basically 3 clock stoppages if they're allowed.
That's 451
That's
Rage Bradbury and Veni Vidi Vici on the line.
Oh, I see
That
some
is
bodies
64.
going down at the back of the pack. Everyone's up and moving now.
Toe stops on the outside rope line like a Wallenda on a tightrope, and picking up lead jam is Massachusetts. Star has been passed at Jam's Bond.
Oh, was that a little apex jump that I caught from Rage Bradbury? That was another 4 points picked up by Brad.
Got a replay of that apex jump in case you missed it.
Oh, that was good stuff.
Nice.
Who doesn't love an apex jump?
So 46 playing 86, back to a 40-point lead. And we have an official review. Thank you, Bourbon. Bourbon is on top of stuff, I tell you what. It's like having a producer and a producer. Producer means a different thing in the announcer world. So, stops the clock. Only the second time that the clock has been stopped this game, and the clock is showing 15:56. Whose official review is it? It is Colorado's official review. Do you know how many official reviews we get? Can you remind me of the rule on that?
I want to say one. Yes, one official review, and it is you cannot, regardless of the outcome, you only get the one.
Yeah,
one per game.
One per game, and two timeouts per game, two per team per game.
Yes.
And the foul outs are at 5 penalties?
Rather than the typical 7, yes, because we're working with a shortened gameplay time here. We're working with 40 minutes instead of the typical 60. You will have to wait until Saturday afternoon, I believe, for the full 60-minute Derby experience.
Woohoo! While we have this stoppage of play going on, I'd like to give some thanks to our tournament heads, our game tournament oversight head, Chip Shear and Samantha Temple, our tournament head referees, Chris Breaks and Whitney Freemesser, tournament head NSO, Coconut Chanel and Dan Atkinson, our tournament head photographers, Andrew Keys, our tournament head announcers are Gretchen Little and Kent Smith, and our tournament bracket rules, policies, procedures is Caitlin Estes, and in charge of social media we have the inimitable Chad Newt. Head of registration and team wrangler is Samantha Flowers. And of course, also love to Bucksmont Roller Derby. The combination of Bucks County and Montgomery County, you get Bucksmont Roller Derby Dolls, the host league of this tournament since 2013. This is the 7th one they've had.
I didn't want to be the BOTAS noob and say, how many BOTAS have I had? But I had been curious. Like I said, this is my first one.
Gretchen was very good preparing some materials for us. The tournament goes all the way back to 2011. It was very first played in December 17th of 2011 in Morristown, New Jersey, hosted by the Morristown Madams. Pennsylvania finished first, New Jersey finished second. They were the only two teams. Then in 2012, Pennsylvania finished first and New York finished second. They were the only two teams. That was when the tournament was in Olean, New York, hosted by Enchanted Mountain Roller Derby. Ever since then, all the remaining ones have been in Hatfield, Pennsylvania, hosted by the Bucksmont Derby Dolls. And Pennsylvania was the winner, was in first place from 2011 through 2016. New York has been the winner ever since. We got the results on the official review.
Colorado wanted a low block penalty on Massachusetts. It's going to be revoked. They're not going to get it.
Okay. Did they want it on the jammer?
Block and the motion of blocking it tripped.
Did they want it on the jammer?
Yes.
Okay. So Colorado had wanted a low block penalty assessed to the Massachusetts jammer, but on further review, the no call stands. So there's no new additions to the penalty box. And we are underway here, jam number 4 of the second period. X-Ray Vision is the jammer for Colorado.
And I just caught Evil Midwig Cutie heading back to the box. She was the pivot for Massachusetts. Let's see, Morgan LaFleur is our jammer, number 08 for Massachusetts.
And X-Ray Vision did pick up lead, hit the pack on a scoring pass, picked up 2 points, and called it off. 48-86. They're all even numbers, but it's not a palindrome.
Oh. Hold out hope, Bobby. Maybe we'll get another one.
We'll get another one. There'll be more. It's a long tournament. If not this game, there'll be other games. 48-86. Thanks to the alt ref for taking that over to us. That is something we instituted today. We weren't getting the results of the official reviews yesterday, so excellent operating on the fly. That is number 25 picking up lead for Colorado. 2 leads in a row as Shark Wahlberg picks up lead. Jammer for Massachusetts is Sacrificial Lammy. Not in the box. Oh, there, coming up on the pack now.
But there's Evil Midweek Cutie heading back in. We have a fast-moving pack, folks. Of course, we also have some fast-moving jammers. Let's see. That was 4 points picked up by Sacrificial Lammy.
Yeah, Lammy did a great little leap there. We're going to see it on the replay right now. It's coming up in turn number 3. Look for Lammy. As the teammates force the Colorado jammer out, Lammy takes advantage of that open apex. Each jammer gets 4, but they do it in very different ways. 53 playing 49, 53 playing 90, excuse me. So there must have been another point added on the previous jam.
Do we have anybody kind of sitting in danger in terms of penalties accrued?
Do we have a penalty tracker? Okay. We don't know for sure, but Bourbon's opinion is that Jam's bond is close. You heard it here first. Yeah, there's been some familiar faces in the penalty box, that's for sure. We do have a stoppage of play. It is a team timeout. It is Massachusetts stopping the clock for the first time, freezing the clock with 13 minutes and 53 seconds left to play. So let's see, let's thank some of our other sponsors while we have this opportunity. We've been mentioning our penalty box sponsor, Apex Skate Shop. They are located here in the building, or you can find them on the web, apexskateshop, all one word.com. You can like the Battle of the All-Stars on Facebook and on Instagram and stay up to date by searching Battle of the All-Stars 2020. In the venue, we have patches by Steve-O, Strangled Heart, Apex Skate Shop, Derby City Skates, Strong Athletic, Mean Cat Derby Apparel, as well as the merchandise for the tournament and some Pennsylvania All-Star merchandise as well. If you want to come on down to Inline 309, you can pick up some swag for our awesome merchants and vendors. Are we ready to go? Did we kill that timeout pretty good?
We sure did. Let's see, off the line. The line, I see Flying King in red from Massachusetts.
And that's Evil X in blue.
Absolutely. Both sets of walls, really, right now we're just looking at a real grind. The
multiplayer coming in, that's number 421 on the red team, Thylander on the multiplayer. Forearm penalty coming in, who's leaving on the forearm? That is red number 21, Nolan on the forearm. So all of a sudden, a lot of red in the Apex Skate Shop penalty box. Colorado at full strength.
See, I see Agent Malter and who is that? Who's our red pivot? 109.
109 Femme Fatale. No, excuse me, Bella LeBrawl. I got all those L's. Bella LeBrawl. My apologies, Bella. Track cut coming in on Bella LeBrawl.
Let's see, we have our Colorado solidly lead jam status.
Scoring pass finally completed by Evil X. Flying King on the initial helmet cover in hand. Easily through, somehow got undetected across that backstretch. That's another 4-point pass.
Flying King forced to the out and being recycled way, way back.
Yeah, nice hip check at the top of the pack, stopping the path of Evil X. I give a shout out, but I can't see the number.
Flying King having completed their initial pass.
In stealth mode, now puts the star cover back on. No points for red. That will keep them at 90. Was there any points? There was 3 passes of 4, total of 12, 65.
Is that Colorado's highest scoring jam so far?
It is indeed. In fact, it's the first time that Colorado has made 3 scoring passes. And it represents 18% of their score. 18 to 13 scoring ratio using 5 as your common denominator. Jam's Bond is the jammer for Colorado, picking up lead. Colorado with 3 leads in a row, 4 leads in a row.
Rage Bradbury is hot on Bond's tail, though.
All blue at the back of the pack, so Massachusetts will be the force to score unless they can shift positions in the pack. Massachusetts putting points on.
We've seen that racing pack a couple of times now.
Three sneaky points. Colorado does pick up one to bring them up to 66, but 3 sneaky points from Massachusetts brings them up to 93. That'd be a good cribbage hand. You play cribbage? 6 a 6, a 9 and a 3. Object of the game is to make 15s and to have pairs.
I have to trust your word, Bobby, as I do in so many things.
All right, that Apex Skate Shop penalty box is empty. 80 wheels ablazing. Wearing the star 333 for the red team.
Pickled
that
Boots.
is Boots.
Boots. My apologies, Boots.
Is that the first time Boots has worn the star? No.
In this half, maybe.
Yeah, in this half. Boots had a jam in the first half as well.
Boots is our lead
and
jammer.
Lead. 1 for 1 this half. Star has been passed to number 71. Who had it to begin with? Let's see who we can figure out. Who is a regular jammer out there that's in blue?
The jam was called off. We have that's the red pivot is in the Apex Skate Shop penalty box. That is Bella Labral. We are under the 10-minute mark, folks. We are sitting on a score of 95 to 66, favoring Massachusetts.
29-point lead. All right, 5 seconds until we get started. Plenty of time left to play. 9 minutes and change.
Let's see, we've got the AC Slayer is jamming for Colorado, stuck up at the front of the pack, caught between Murph and Aubrey Planets. Let's see, who have we got for, I believe that's Sacrificial Lammy.
You
yes.
are correct.
Sacrificial Lammy often appears to be, oh, what a lovely little jump that was. I was going to say she always appears to be smiling when she jams.
Slayer, though, is the lead jammer.
Exactly, despite that lovely little apex hop.
Nice, nice, nice.
Oh, flying up that inside line, Sacrificial Lammy putting up 4 points.
And once again, Massachusetts, even though they don't have the lead, outscores Colorado 4-3. That's a great cribbage hand as well. 69 playing 99, a true 30-point lead.
Massachusetts is just a blink away from crossing that century mark.
Last time these two teams played, there was a bit of a jammer lack point back then, which also may have attributed to quite a score differential at that time. But back to the present, it's
All right, we got Yolita Applebaum going up against Flying King.
Oh.
Flying King knocked to the outside, almost a spectacular move around the outside, but the move was foiled.
Flying King once again kind of gently nudged to the outside. Wow. Yolita manages to just stay on the tips of her toes despite the best efforts of Massachusetts blockers. She will be our lead jammer.
2 leads in a row for Colorado, 6 of the last 7. Illegal contact coming in. Massachusetts losing Colorado losing a blocker. There I go with my red-blue dyslexia.
You were doing so well.
Can you have dyslexia with colors?
It's called being colorblind.
Oh, yeah. So Massachusetts held scoreless, one of those rare times. And look at this, Colorado's on a bit of a tear. Thankfully, because of that 12-point jam, the bulk of their tear. 26 points separate them.
Let's see, we have about 7 minutes left in this bout. There is X-Ray Vision and Rage Bradbury wearing their team's respective stars. X-Ray out as our lead jammer really quite handily, with Brad being kind of stuck.
And a pivot line start there. You don't see very many of those.
Oh,
forearm penalty coming in. Who's leaving on the forearm? The next skater to go. If they don't go quick, it's on the jammer.
Oh, there we have a power jam favoring Colorado. Rage Bradbury sent to the apex penalty box on a forearm penalty.
No pass, no penalty being signaled by Panic. A little bit of a jammer call off. 3 points on that pass and a power start. So 76 points, no points Is that the first time this game? Yes, first time this game that Massachusetts has been held scoreless in back-to-back jams.
Yes. Just so we're looking at 99 to 76. We have just over 5 minutes left. I am curious to see how Colorado uses these last 5 or so minutes.
They do have, they don't have their official review, but they do have both timeouts left, so they can control the clock a little bit. Number 7 is the jammer. That's Blue 7, Evil X. And starting from the penalty box, Rage Bradbury now standing, helmet cover in hand. All blue at the back of the pack, all red at the top of the pack. They got one pivot up there playing wrecking ball. That's 71 for the blue team.
Let's see, we have
Sunny days.
I see Rage Bradbury re-engaging with the blue pack, knocked to the inside. This blue tripod really giving them a run for their money. Knocked to the out and dragged back. Let's see what's going on with Evil X up at the front of the pack, Bobby.
Running into walls in illegal position should thin things out at the back. That is a a Colorado skater heading to the penalty box for number 505, Elise LeCracken, and the star has been passed to Agent Mulder, listening in to the house announcers. Star has been passed to number 121 on the red team.
Agent Mulder out of the pack, hoping to pick up some points before the jam is called off.
Back block called on the blue jammer.
Oh, Agent Mulder has a power jam. Let's see what Boston.
So this will go the full 2.
Yes. So to speak, we only have about 27 seconds left in the jam. Mulder knocked to the out and drawn back, confirming with a ref.
Forearm coming in. That is number 421 on the forearm. Thylander.
Thylander heading to the Apex penalty box. Let's see how the scores. I completely lost track of how the points may have fallen out. Massachusetts over the century mark with 103. That was a 4-4 jam. 103 to 80.
How about that? Penalty box has one Massachusetts skater in. Colorado at full strength. Another pivot line start coming at you. Number, is that 25? Can you see all the way down there? Red 25. Does that make sense for a jammer?
Let's see, that is
26. Weird Al Shankovich, first appearance on the jammer line today.
Weird Al had a very successful game yesterday.
Yeah, Kent was saying in the
Ohio.
Ohio game, Kent was saying that Weird Al was a relief jammer in that game.
A very familiar face, let's see.
And the jammer for Colorado is Shark Wahlberg. So 25 playing 26. And pivot skater from each team heading to the penalty box. One is a direction of play, one is a back block. Didn't see which was which. Ooh, we're getting close to a foul out. I see communication between the penalty box manager and the skater. I mean the penalty box timer. Meanwhile, both jammers on the track battling, brace 2 walls. Those wedges of death.
That is what we call them. That is Weird Al coming out for having completed another successful pass. 8 points on the board so far for Massachusetts.
So I think that red pivot is not re-entering play because they have fouled out.
That is Evil Midweek Cutie.
Number 8 heading to the penalty box. Star pass. 64 for blue. Receives the star from number 25, Shark Wahlberg. So the new jammer of record, Vinny Vici.
All right, Vinny
Look at
Vici.
them brimming in the penalty box. Yeah, they're able to put another blocker in there because the pivot's not really there.
All right, we have 12 points on the board for Massachusetts, 8 so far up for Colorado. Trying to see how much time we've got
Another
left.
16-point jam.
Beautiful. That was a very successful jam for Weird Al.
That
Again.
not another. That's the other. Was the previous was a 15. That's the highest jam of the game. 16 points. Official timeout. Jammers, the refs want to make sure they're getting everything correct. Going to freeze the clock with.
We are under 1 minute. We have 50 seconds
left to play. And I think we do have a foul out, which is probably the reason for the OTO. Yep, and they've just, Massachusetts has sent another skater to serve the penalty.
Indeed. Let's see who have we got in the box in lieu of.
Look at this. We have jammer calisthenics, jammer breakdancing, all kinds of jammer fun out there on the line.
It's not really derby unless there's a jammer dance party.
89 playing 189. It is only a 30-point game. 30 points in 50 seconds, not undoable, but you got your work cut out for you.
Not undoable, but tricky. And when you consider the clean sweep that Colorado has made of Massachusetts in the past, this is an impressive comeback.
Colorado, the reigning silver medalist the past 2 years in a row, will take a Herculean effort. Or official review coming in, the only team that has one left is Massachusetts.
Now
maybe they're trying to undo the foul out that caused the foul out. They're trying to get that rescinded.
Could very well be. Now, once again, whoever wins this bout goes on to play Team Pennsylvania tomorrow. Whoever wins this bout plays Team Pennsylvania. I believe whoever loses plays Montana.
I don't know. Good. That's
I might
knowledge
be lying,
I should have picked up before the game.
Might be lying, but I don't think I am.
I'll defer to you. I have no reason to trust you. Well, we got the clock stopped, and we're talking about this. Team Massachusetts, we got skaters from Boston Roller Derby, from Worcester Roller Derby, from Bay State Brawlers, from Mass Attack, from Providence Roller Derby, from Pioneer Valley Roller Derby, and from Western Mass Roller Derby. So, broad selection. Both of the coaches are out of Boston Roller Derby, and we mentioned that Evil Midweek Cutie, you might know her better as Wednesday Adams from Boston Roller Derby. Team Colorado, we have Denver, we have Rocky Mountain represented, we have FOCO represented, we have Boulder represented, Pikes Peak has some skaters there. So several leagues represented on Team Colorado as well.
Somebody just dropped off food snacks to the announce table, so we're going to eat now for the next
Let's see. The motto of the state of Colorado is Nil sine numine, nothing without Providence. And for Massachusetts, it is Ense petit placidam sub libertate quietum. By the sword we seek peace, but peace only under liberty. These are courtesy of Wikipedia. If they're wrong because I got them off of Wikipedia wrong. State flower for Colorado, the Rocky Mountain Columbine. For Massachusetts, the Mayflower. Yes, state bird for Massachusetts is the chickadee, and for Colorado it is the lark. State beverage for Massachusetts, cranberry juice.
Ew, what?
State beverage for Colorado, they don't have one. They couldn't decide on one. Probably Royal Crown Cola. That would be Utah. Let's see. Colorado was admitted to the Union in 1876, the Centennial State, also the Mile High State, and Massachusetts, one of the original colonies, admitted to the Union in 1788. Pennsylvania, the only team here that was admitted earlier. Pennsylvania and Delaware in 1787.
Interesting. We're still waiting for a resumption of gameplay.
Oh, look at this. Look at this graphic. Ooh. Bourbon hooking us up. Up next is Maryland versus Maine. followed by Vermont, Louisiana, and North Carolina, Tennessee.
We are getting an alt ref coming in for information regarding that official review.
Massachusetts wants the penalty on the jammer overturned because she fouled out with that penalty.
Yeah.
Well, it's been overturned, so she's coming back.
Oh, so I don't know if you heard it or not, but a rare official review upheld the penalty that got the jammer kicked out of the game was rescinded, so the jammer is back in the game. So yeah, indeed, the foul out penalty, that was the nature of the foul out, and a successful official review. Jammer's back in.
All right, we have got Sacrificial Lammy out as our lead jammer with James Bond racing out behind her. James Bond knocked to the inside line and forced to re-engage.
Track cut coming in. It's on James Bond.
We are
Ball game.
wrapping things up with a power jam in favor of Massachusetts.
And Lammy's like, I'm looking at the scoreboard. I'm standing right here.
I'm just gonna play some jammer games.
Oh, with the cartwheel. Calls off the jam with a little bit of flair.
You know, I thought that she was checking the scoreboard. I think she was making sure she was in range of the camera. That was, I'm not sure I could do that in sneakers. With that, the jam has been called off.
Yeah, there were 4 points for Massachusetts. They got up to 123. Colorado did get 2 before James Bond went to the penalty box on that track cut. Final score 123-91, a 32-point victory. And roughly a 4-3 scoring ratio. We are going to figure out, put our heads together, see who we're going to award these MVPs to. We'll come back live to you for that. We're going to take a little bit of break right now. We'll come back live to you once we know who the MVPs are. All right, we are back with the MVP information. Team Massachusetts, they came in second. You want to tell us who the MVP is for?
MVP in red for Team Massachusetts is number 42, Flying King.
And the MVP for Colorado in blue. Oh, actually, Massachusetts was the winner. MVP for Colorado, number 7, Evil X. So congratulations to our MVPs. Thank you for watching us. New England Roller Derby Report would also like to thank their production sponsor, Sociopath. They are a skater-run business offering size-inclusive leggings and shorts designed to fit you. With 7 different lengths and pockets, she is sure to have a style that works for your body. Team colors, custom prints, and group discounts are available. Also offering dozens of armband and helmet cover options. She's got you covered. So please see sociopath.ca/nerd for 10% off your order. That's the address you see on the screen right now. Sociopath.ca.nerd for 10% off your next order. On behalf of our most excellent producer, Bourbon and Blind Rage, I am Bobby Narco.
And we continue enjoying your Battle of the All-Stars. What's coming up next for us, Bobby?
Peace, love, and roller derby to you. We just read it off earlier. Maryland, Maine. Stick around for Maryland, Maine.